Welcome. Today we're exploring a really powerful strategic channel for South African tech leaders. We're talking about the value of launching your own video-first podcast, specifically for services offered in cloud computing, payment platforms, and API software. Our goal here is really to transfer some actionable insights to you, looking at everything from production, performance marketing, right through to distribution. Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. You might be sitting there asking, why should my service, in cloud or payments or APIs, invest in a video podcast right now?
Yeah, it's a good question. And the data is pretty clear. There's this undeniable global shift happening. Audiences are just video first now. Look at YouTube globally, over 1 billion monthly viewers consuming podcast content there. It's actually the most used platform for it. And Spotify, their video content has jumped something like 70%. Now, bring that to South Africa. We're very mobile first, social first in how we consume media, right? So video podcasts, they're just inherently discoverable, incredibly shareable in our context.
That makes sense. And here's where it gets really interesting, I think. We have such a strong history with radio in South Africa, that talk format.
Yeah.
Video podcasts kind of tap into that familiarity, don't they? But they add that on-demand control and, crucially, the shareability factor.
Exactly. That blend is powerful, and it benefits really all stakeholders. For industry leaders like yourself, perhaps, it positions your service offered as a thought leader. You become a trusted source for local insights. Think about rapid developments like PayShap. Over 14 million transactions, more than 9 billion rand in its first year. That's huge. Or the new local cloud regions in Joburg and Cape Town. People need nuanced local guidance on this stuff, and you can provide it. You fill a real gap.
Okay, so leadership positioning is key. What about clients?
For your current and future clientele, these video podcasts, they humanize really complex systems. Imagine explaining how payment gateway works or banking APIs in a conversational video. It builds trust. And you attract new clients by just offering helpful, genuinely non-promotional content.
Makes sense. And investors.
For current and future investors, it's a window into your service, offers its culture, its technical depth. It demonstrates leadership, innovation. It signals maturity in what's a very competitive market.
Right. And the community aspect.
Absolutely. The community. You foster deep loyalty. Engagement goes way up through these sort of intimate, unfiltered discussions. You can even bring community questions right onto the show. This format really cultivates affinity,
Yeah.
And that turns engagement into actual inbound demand.
It really sounds like this format acts as a trust factory, maybe even a relationship machine. Because of that depth, the continuity, and just seeing and hearing someone, and the stats back it up right, listeners tend to trust podcasts more than traditional media.
Yeah.
Something like 50% feel positive about a brand just being involved.
Precisely. So let's talk tangible ROI. How does your service offered actually benefit on the bottom line? Well, this long-form video content, it's an absolute goldmine for repurposing, seriously. Think about chopping up one episode into content for newsletters, blog posts, audiograms, maybe dozens of short clips for social media. That directly fuels your inbound leads, grows your pipeline. You can put specific calls to action in each episode, download our FinOps workbook, or get the Kubernetes checklist, and you track it all with UTMs straight into your CRM. It's measurable. We see reports, I think around 72% of brands say lead generation is a primary benefit after they launch.
Wow, 72%. That's significant.
It is. And beyond lead gen, it's huge for brand differentiation and acquisition. You become an authority engine. Imagine episodes like South Africa's tech stack briefing, or maybe deep dives into privacy-by-architecture for the POPIA Act. You're showcasing real expertise.
And you mentioned recruitment, too.
Yes, a massive recruitment magnet. Feature your own engineers, maybe clients, talking about real challenges, discussing how they secured systems with Microsoft Sentinel, or integrated with Peach Payments or Stitch. This highlights your technical chops, your mission. It attracts that scarce talent and makes hiring much more efficient.
So pulling it all together, it's really about building this consistent, research-backed commentary that sets your leadership apart in the South African tech scene.
Exactly. And when you think about actually doing it, getting professional support, a turnkey solution, can make a huge difference. Professionals offer everything: studio access or remote production setups, expert editing, distribution strategy, performance marketing, the works. And we see local successes proving the model. Look at Business Talk by Michael Avery, over 4.5 million views. Or how big players like Standard Bank or Discovery in Healthcare use podcasts effectively for education. The executive audience is definitely ready to engage.
Okay, so for leaders listening, perhaps thinking about their next strategic move, let's help them visualize. What could a first episode actually look like?
Okay, imagine this. FinOps and RANds, how we tie cost to customer value. Maybe featuring a leader from Synthesis, focusing specifically on our economy. Or how about Inside PayShap plus bank APIs? Get experts from Banks or Africa or Stitch to break down those real-time rails. Super valuable. You could do designing payment flows for trust or lessons from rolling out Sentinel at scale. Real-world, practical stuff.
Great examples. And the strategy underpinning it all is video first, but audio everywhere. Really tailored for how South Africans consume content on mobile and social, maximum reach.
Precisely. And, this is really just scratching the surface. In a future conversation, we could dive much deeper into, say, the critical aspects of privacy or the really exciting world of Internet of Things businesses. Lots more to explore.
Absolutely. So for anyone wanting to learn more about strategically implementing this kind of podcast for their service offered, where should they go?
Yeah, the best place is to connect with Tim Africa. You can find them online at tim.africa. Check out their journey on Instagram and Facebook, too. Just search for @tim.africa. And they've got a dedicated podcast hub with more resources at pod.tim.africa.
Here we go. Ideas fast, project flow. Catch the vibe, catch the spark. Light it up, ignite the dark. Pitches with a big idea, switches. Podcasters, trends of marketing riches. Plug it in, turn it loud. Build your brand, make it proud. Pitch it high, pitch it sweet. Performance game, can't be beat.